Hey YouTube, this is Dan making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, I was watching Fandabadozi the other day, and he mentioned something I found very interesting. He was talking about lighting the 1700s Scottish home, their longhouses, and in the yesteryear they obviously didn't use electricity because they didn't have it, but they were using traditional methods to do that, so candles and oil lamps and such, before they invented electric lights. And they mentioned fir candles, which I'd always called fatwood matches, which are basically just the cause of, when I'm processing store-bought fatwood, comes in sticks, big sticks like this. But as you're processing it down, quite often you get rid of all the white stuff, all the pine around it, and you're left with a core like that, just pure resin. And I call them fatwood matches. The Scottish people back in the 1700s and earlier called them fir candles, because they used to process fatwood down and then split them into bits like that and then light them up. They often had processed them out of fir trees, obviously, and used the resin-rich fatwood and then use them to light their homes with. They don't last long. They produce a lot of black soot because of the turpentine, but I thought that was very interesting. These big ones, they would be terrible to light because they produce a lot of black soot. But if you split them up into a more manageable thing, they actually, I tried looking for them, but he had a fir candle holder, which was just a forged metal loop that held them up. And the ones he had were about this size. They were just little sticks of fatwood like that. And they burnt for about 6 minutes. But, like he said, it took a lot of constant manipulating, constant attention to keep it going and whatnot. It doesn't give a lot of light, but this is what they had to do. Obviously, this would be for probably one of the older children, teenage kids, and that would probably be looking after these things in the house, looking after it, manipulating them, managing it, making sure that they worked all right. They only burned for 6 minutes. Well, that's how long they burned for. I was going to light one up. I saw this. It's been that hot. This was melted in there, so it's been sitting out in the sun, but it melted, and I was going to light one of these up and light a candle with my flint and steel, but yeah, it's not real good. Anyway, yeah, I thought that was very, very interesting. I'd always call them fatwood matches because that's what I came up with that name. But yeah, apparently they are fir candles, so I'm going to call them that from now on. But yeah, just a little discussion piece on that. I thought that was quite an interesting thing. The video is just Fandabadozi is one, if you want to go and have a look at that. About the 17th century Scottish people, how they light their homes, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was very, very good video. But yeah, because I process a lot of this stuff up. I do have a lot of these, but yeah, I don't know. I'll probably never use it. It's just just an interesting little tidbit that I thought. But I do produce a lot of these because I use a lot of that fatwood. But I just end up breaking these up and burning them off because I'd never use them as actual matches or fir candles because I have these available. Anyway, that's the fir candle. So yeah, as you can see, I've got a fair bit. I've got, I don't know how many packets of them. I don't know. I probably have 5 or 6 packets of these that I'd have sitting here that I store, because as you're processing them down, I only keep the best ones. All the others get processed completely down. So yeah, and they go through my as I do my Fatwood Fridays. So yeah, and these little bits are just little bits that are left over, and I end up burning them through my Fatwood Fridays as well. I don't know really why I kept them. I don't know. I'm a bit like that as I'm doing it. Anyway, bit of a discussion on fir candles. Thanks for watching.